with your host, Jacqueline Job. Empowering others to excel with your host, Jacqueline Job. Are you ready to be transformed? I'm here to uplift, encourage, motivate, and inspire. Empowering others to excel with your host, Jacqueline. I am your host. I am your accountability partner. I am here to push you to your next. That is my job. I am Jacqueline Jobs, your empowerment strategist. And I just would like to say good morning to you all on today. And I hope that you are well. I hope that you are well on today. So today, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I am checking to make sure that all of my feeds are up and that everyone can hear me. If you can hear me in the chat, just let me know that you can hear me and we are live. We are live. Those on WMEG, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in on today. All right. So now our topic for today is taking the next steps, leaving the crossroads. And you took the steps, now what? It's going to be a double segment because once I started, for some reason, I felt the tug to go back and review being at the crossroads. But we're going to talk about leaving the crossroads and you took the next step. Now what? That is what we're going to be talking about. You were at the crossroads. You finally made that decision. Now, what are the next steps? But we're going to we're going to summarize being at the crossroads. We're going to summarize that, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. So I want y'all to take some good notes today. Take some good notes, because this topic is going to be good for you today. Okay, so last week we talked about great expectations. We talked about great expectations. And our key takeaway was expecting is not just hoping. It's not just hoping, it's preparing your heart for what God has promised you. So in that time of expecting, you have to prepare. That was the key word. You have to prepare. You have to prepare. So that was our key word, our topic. You have to prepare. So I need you to remember while you're in that stage of expecting, you have to be preparing yourself. Be preparing yourself for what is next. So I want you to be ready for that. Now, we also talked about the last point that we talked about was strengthening crazy faith while disappointed. Strengthening crazy faith while disappointed. And we had 6 topics for that. 1, shift your perspective. We always talk about reframing the negative. So you need to change your negative into a positive. So you have to shift your perspective. 2, stop setting deadlines for God. And I was guilty of that to the fullest because I'm like, God, 2 months, I expect to see results. 6 months, I expect to see results. And you know what's funny about that is that it's not funny, but it was an eye opener for me because I set deadlines because when I started teaching and I was like, okay, God, I want to move out of my parents' house. So I was teaching, I was in the school system, I was teaching, but I wanted to move out of my parents' house. And I gave myself a deadline. I gave myself a deadline. And I said, in 6 months, I want to be out of my parents' house and have my own place. And in 6 months, it happened. In 6 months, I moved out of my parents' house because I started teaching. I saved up my money. And in 6 months, I moved out. So ever since then, it's that deadline worked for me because I was putting a plan in action. I was saving, I was doing everything that I needed to do in order to prepare myself for the move. So I was saving the money, doing all of the budgeting. I was looking for places that I wanted to live, found me a spot, put in my application, did all of the things that I was supposed to do. So that 6 month timeline worked for me. And plus, when I'm on a timeline, I'm focused. I'm like focused. Everything else is like whoop, whoop, whoop out the window. I'm just like focused. This is my deadline. This is the timeline that I set. I'm going to stay focused and I'm going to be on it. And since that timeline worked for me all those years ago, because that was in 2001. I think it was 2001. I'm sorry, I said 2001. Yes, it was 2001, like 2001. Lord, time has gone by so quickly. I think it was 2001 or 2000. Since that timeline worked for me, then I'm always setting timelines and expecting God to work towards the timelines that I set just because that first one worked for me. So I realized that that's when I started setting deadlines. That's when I started setting deadlines for God because just because that one worked out, I'm like, oh, from now on, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do this deadline. I'm going to put this date here and I'm going to expect God to move because He moved again. He moved for me then. So it was going to happen every time. And I realized I had to repent for that and be like, God, I'm sorry for setting deadlines. And then I had to realize that is not how it works. That is not how it works. I was just blessed and highly favored that that situation worked out that way, but that's not how it's supposed to work all the time. And that's not how it's going to work. So I had to realize that. So your second step was to stop setting deadlines for God. Three, keep rehearsing what God has done for you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Be grateful for all of the things that He has done for you in the past. Make sure that gratitude stays on your heart. So that way, when things start happening and things start moving for you, you're still in that gratitude mood. You're humbled about what is going on. Then four, anchor yourself in the scripture. Find scripture that is going to build you up. Find scripture that is going to encourage you and speak life into you. You need to do that. Five, surround yourself with faith builders. Faith builders, those who are walking, talking, and believing the same thing that you are believing. You need to surround yourself with those individuals because you will go farther with those individuals instead of the naysayers who don't believe half the stuff that you believe. Because once you made it up in your mind that you're going to move and go forward, you're going to have those people who don't believe what you believe, that don't have the faith that you have, and they're going to be talking you out of it. Why? Because they're going to be giving you their experiences. And their experiences does not equal to your experiences. Why? Because you're on another level than where they are. Because you're trusting and believing in God, and they're just trusting in themselves and other individuals. So you have to surround yourself with faith builders. And the last one was keep taking small steps. Keep taking small steps. You might think that that small step that you took yesterday didn't count for anything, but it did count for something. So I need you to be encouraged, stay motivated, and keep taking those small steps. Okay. So that was our last week topic on great expectations. So now we are moving forward with taking the next step, leaving the crossroads, and you took the step. Now what? Now what? Now, this is to recap the crossroads. We've all been in that place where we were stuck. We had to make a decision. That was basically what it is. We had to make a decision. We had to figure out if we should go, if we should move, we should stay still, what was going on. And in that time of being at the crossroads, it was a place of fear, it was a place of confusion, it was uncertainty. And it made us hard to move forward because we were afraid of the unknown. We don't like stepping out on the unknown. That's just like trying to walk on water. That's just like that. So it's just like I know for a fact that if I try to step on this, I'm supposed to drown. Think about the Bible, think about the scriptures. But you got to have that faith. You got to have that faith in the one who has called you. And if God has called you and told you to do something, guess what? You need to do it. You need to have that faith and believe and go for it. So now, these are some of the reasons why we're standing at the crossroads. It might be a job decision that has us at the crossroads, a relationship decision, a spiritual shift, a financial turning point, a personal calling you've been avoiding. This might be some of the areas where you are standing at a crossroad. Now, the question that I have for you today is, what's stopping you from taking the next step? What is stopping you from taking the next step? And what is God calling you to do? So I need you to think about that. What is stopping you from taking the next step? And what has God called you to do? Good morning to those who are coming in. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, John Tay. Good morning to all those who are coming in. So yet again, today we're going to be talking about taking the next step, leaving the crossroads, and you took the step. Now what? You took the step, now what? Because some of us are at that crossroads step, and then some of us, we're at the point where we decided we're going to move forward, but now we're like, now what? Okay. So now, just to recap, because we talked about crossroads about 2 segments ago. Just to recap, a crossroad is a moment in your life where you must decide who you want to be, what direction you want to take, what you're willing to let go of, and what you're ready to step into. Those are all of the things that you have to stop and think about when you're at a crossroad. Who do I want to be? Do I want to be somebody who's following somebody else? Do I want to be the person who's making my own choices and my own decisions? Who do I want to be? What direction do you want to take? What direction do you want to take? Do you want to go forward where you might not know what's going on, but you know that there's a blessing on the other side, there's more opportunities on the other side, or you want to take a step back and stay where you are, where you think you're comfortable, where you may feel comfortable for now, but you already know you have outgrown that space. But your fear is keeping you staying in that position. So you have to figure out, what direction do you want to go in? Next, what are you willing to let go of? Yes, because when we grow, we have to let go of some things. There are some things that have attached themselves to us, and then there are some things that we have attached to ourselves that's holding us back. So you have to figure out, what are you willing to let go of? And then the last question, or the last thought, is, what are you ready to step into? What are you ready to step into? Are you ready to step into your future? Are you ready to step into receiving joy? Are you ready to step into receiving happiness? Are you ready for that financial blessing, that financial increase? Are you ready for that new job opportunity? Are you ready for that new relationship? You have to stop and think, what are you ready to step into next? So now, in this time of being in the crossroad, this is your time for you to make decisions. This is your time of transitioning, and this is your time of transformation. Decisions, transitioning, transformation. You make the decision, then you're going to transition and start working towards moving and showing momentum. And then you're going to transform, because you're going to start growing. So that is what is going on when you're in the crossroads. So now, these are some signs of when you're in the crossroads, because some people might be like, I don't know if I'm in the crossroads. Like, I'm listening to you right now, but I really don't know if I'm in the crossroads. So I'm going to help you out a little bit. Good morning, Aunt Vera. Good morning. I'm going to help you out a little bit. These are some signs that you're in the crossroads. You feel restless or unsettled. Ooh, that's me. I felt somebody just say, oh, that's me. You feel restless or unsettled. You're tired of repeating old cycles. You're tired of repeating old cycles. You feel pulled in one direction. You feel pulled in one direction. You know there's more for you. You feel that tugging, like it's more for you, but you don't know what it is you're supposed to do. And then you feel stuck between fear and faith. Like, I got fear. I mean, I got faith, but I'm also like reluctant to move because I don't know what's going to happen and I'm scared of change. And I already know that when change happens, my whole world is going to have a shift and I'm not ready for that shift. Yes. So if that is the things that you are feeling, guess what? You are in the crossroads. You are at the crossroads. And I need you to understand that a crossroads is not a punishment. You're not being punished at the crossroads. It's an invitation for you to receive more, to have more. It's an invitation to do better. Because we all like to be comfortable, but guess what? We have to move out of our comfortable zone. Yes, it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be unsettling. And you're just going to have to get your bearings all over again. Yep, you're going to have to do all of those things. But guess what? There's better on the other side than where you are right now. So I need you to understand during that time, when you make that decision, you're going to grow. But in the process of that, there's going to be a shifting. Your trust is going to have to increase. Your faith is going to have to increase. And you're going to have to believe, that the route that you have chosen for yourself is one for the better. So that is what is going on when you are at the crossroads. Now, from a biblical aspect, I want you to think about Abraham. God came to Abraham and he said, leave your father's house. And for some of us, that's like, what? Just think about it. You got everything you need at your father's house. You got food, you have family, you got friends, your job, because you already know I'm going to be out here herding these sheep. This is my job. We are family business. You got everything you need, wife, everything. Y'all all there together. So you're just comfortable. You know what's going to happen day to day. You know the routine. So it's just like, okay, yeah, this is the life. We're good. And then all of a sudden, you got to move. What? I got to do what? Why I got to move? Why I got to leave this? Like, I like it here. This feels good here. Just think about that. And that's what's going on with us. We're at that place. It's like we have to move. And it's like, why? Why? Like this it feels good right here. I'm comfortable right. It's good. But no, you got to think about it. Abraham didn't know the full details. He just went out and he said, okay, and he did it. So that is what happens. Crossroad requires moving. It requires moving. It doesn't require you to understand what's going to happen next. It doesn't require you to know what's going to happen down the road. It's you have to make a decision to move. That is what it's all about. You have to make a decision to move. Now, I'm going to throw these questions out at you, and I want you to think about them. If you want to share it in the chat, you can. What crossroads are you currently standing at? What crossroads are you currently standing at? What keeps you from choosing a direction? And then where do you feel God nudging you to move? Where do you feel God nudging you to move? And I am going to try to drop these questions inside of the chat for you all. So if you need more time to ponder them, you will have more time to ponder them. Okay, so once again, what crossroads are you currently standing at? What keeps you from choosing a direction? And where do you feel God nudging you to move? Okay, so I want you to think about those. Next step, what keeps us stuck? What keeps us stuck? Number one, fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. Most of us stay stuck and we're in that fear of the unknown because we need direction. We need to know where we're going next. That's just our human nature. We need to know where we're going next. This is like for those who drive. You're in your car, you're going down the street. You already need to know by the time I get down to the end of this block, I'm making a left or right or I'm keeping straight. What am I doing? So you need to know where you're going next because if we don't know, then we're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm lost. Exactly. I'm lost. And that's that feeling of the unknown. You feel like you're lost. So that is what is keeping us stuck. Next one, overthinking everything. Overthinking everything. If you know you are overthinking, then this is you. I'm talking to you. You always have to be like 100% sure of what's going to happen. What are you going to do? That is keeping you stuck because when you are walking on faith, guess what? Some things you can't overthink because when you overthink it, you're going to overthink it and you're going to ruin opportunities that were for you. You're going to self-sabotage yourself and you're going to talk yourself out of things. So being an overthinker can keep you stuck. Past failures can keep you stuck because in your mind, you're thinking back to, oh, wait a minute, I did this. I did this and this did not work for me. So now I'm afraid to move forward because it might happen again. So past failures can keep you stuck. Remember, we talked about when you have to go back and think about all of your previous experiments. Think about your previous experience. And I need you to stop and think, what did I learn from them experiences? Bad or good? What did I learn? Because once you stop and think, what did I learn from them? You're not going to think of it as a failure anymore. You're going to think of it as a learning moment in your life. You're going to think of it as an opportunity that you were shown something, you were redirected in something. So I need you to go back, think about all of your past failures because you can sit and think, oh, this messed up for me. This didn't happen for me. This didn't work out for me. Think about those past failures. And I want you to stop thinking of them as failures. They were moments in time. They were moments in history that things did not go your way. But what did you learn from them? And if you didn't learn anything then, stop and think about it now. What can you learn from it now? Because guess what? You are at a different level now. Your perspective has changed now from that incident that happened years ago. So now you can look back on it and reflect on it and go, oh, I see where the mistake happened. Oh, I see where I could have moved in this way. Oh, I see that those people were no good for me. I couldn't see it then, but now I see it. So I need you to go back and think about that. Comfort zone is your next one. Comfort zone, comfort zone. Staying where you feel it is easier than stepping out into the unknown. And this is for a lot of people, almost all of these touch home with somebody. But if you are that type of person where your work ethic is not 100, like you don't give it 100%, I need you to be honest with yourself. If you are that type of person, like you just gliding on by, like you're doing everything with ease, you're like, I'm good right here. Like I don't have to give that 100% because what I am giving is sufficient for me. It's good enough for me. I accept this. Then you are the person who will fall into the category of staying in your comfort zone and it's going to hold you back. Why? Because you are that type of person that you don't feel as though you have to give your best, your best. And you know that this is just good enough right here at this level. I'm good. Everything's working out for me. I mean, yes, I could give a little bit more and see something greater, but this right here is good for me. Because if I give that extra oomph, I might get pushed into a place where I don't want to be. If I give that extra oomph, I might have to leave some people or disconnect from some people and I don't want to. If I give that extra oomph, that's going to push me out of my comfortability zone. My world is going to change and I don't want it to. So I'm going to stay right here. So if this is you, I want you to stop and think about it. This is what is keeping you stuck. Because if you want to stay comfortable, it's going to kill that calling. It's going to kill that calling. So I need you to shift your perspective on this. Shift your perspective. Yes, can give this. I might be able to give 75% and get by. I might be able to give 80% and get by. But have you ever stopped and thought, what about when I give that 100? What is it going to look like? How am I going to feel? What am I going to receive on the other end? I want you to stop and think about that. Like, are you feeling thirsty? Are you hungry? Like, oh, yes, I need you to move from your comfort zone. I need you to move from your comfort zone. And then the last one is waiting for that perfect time. It's not time yet. I don't feel there was time yet. There is no perfect time. There is no perfect time. The time is when you decide that you're going to move and make that change. That time is when you decide that you're going to allow that shift to come. That time is when you realize I'm going to take that next step. That's the time. There is no such thing as perfect timing because you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. You're going to be waiting for the rest of your life and everything's going to be passing you by because you're waiting for that perfect timing when you realize that you had to initiate that perfect timing. So I don't want you to be that person where you're sitting there waiting for that perfect time. And this is not the time. It's not the time. It's just not the time. It's not the time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's time. It's time for you to initiate that change. Now, remember, when you're in the crossroads, it is going to take courage for you to step out. But I need you to step out. Take that first step. Take that first step. Make that decision. I want that change. I want to transition. I want to transform. Make that decision today. Okay, now I have another activity for you. I have another activity where I want you to think and I want you to reflect. And then we have Vera, she said, what keeps me stuck is overthinking and past failures. Overthinking and past failures. Okay, so I want you to think about some of those things that I just said. And if you want the more, you have to realize your past failures were they were history. They were moments in time. You have learned from them. And if you haven't, go back and reflect and identify where your growth is. You're not that same person anymore. You're not that same person anymore. So guess what? You're not going to make that same mistake anymore. So don't let those past failures hold you back. And overthinking, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking it. All right, so now here are some questions for you. This is identify your crossroad. What is your actual crossroad? Where am I stuck? That's your first question you need to ask yourself. Where am I stuck? Second question, ask yourself, what am I afraid of losing? What am I afraid of losing? Third question, what am I afraid of gaining? What am I afraid of gaining? And then the fourth question, what step have I been avoiding? What step have I been avoiding? Okay, so I want you to think about those questions. Think about those questions. And I am placing them in the chat so those who need to reflect on them a little bit longer, they will be there for you to reflect upon. Because you need to be writing these down so you can have your homework. Nikki always say that I give homework. Yes, why? I give you homework because I want you to be better. I want you to be better. I want you to realize that there is more inside of you. I want you to understand that it doesn't matter what other people think, is what you think about yourself, and that you are in this process right now, going through these sessions right now, because you are building yourself up. You are believing in yourself, and you're taking that initiative to help yourself to grow, to move from one level to another. So these assignments are here to strengthen you. So that way you can begin to see who you are. You can begin to be more self-aware of understanding you, how you move, how you think, how you love, how you interact. During these sessions, you are going to become more self-aware. And in the time of you becoming more self-aware, you're going to have those aha moments. And those aha moments are going to be life-changing for you. So that is why I am here and I'm giving you these homework assignments. So I want you to stop and think on it. So questions, where am I stuck? What I am afraid of losing? What am I afraid of gaining? And what step have I been avoiding? And I want you to think about it and answer those questions honestly. Answer those questions honestly. Okay, so now what it takes to move to the next step, or what it takes to take the next step. These are some different obstacles. These are some different strategies that you can use to move to the next step. Number one is you have to make peace with not knowing everything. Overthinkers, this is for you. You have to make peace with not knowing everything. Logical thinkers, this is for you, because you are the if this, then this type person. If this, then this type person. Right now it's going to be if this, I don't know. I'm just going. That's what it's going to be. If this, I just don't know. Because you trying to think everything out, plan everything to the T, and that's not how it's going to work out. And you're going to make yourself disappointed. We talked about that last week with the expectations. And you set those expectations and you get disappointed. You have to make peace with not knowing everything. Overcomers move with partial information. You don't have the full piece to the puzzle. You have pieces. You don't have the full image. You don't have it all. You move with partial information. Faith is step-by-step obedience. Take the first step, wait to receive more information. Take the next step, wait to receive more information. Take the next step, wait to receive more information. That is how this journey is going to go. That is how this journey is going to go. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Next one, take one small step. I just said that. Take one small step. Don't try to leap it because you're going to fall into a pit. You're going to miss your next step because you're going to overjump. Don't try to do it. Take small steps. So whatever you got to do to get to that next step, I want you to do it in small steps, small increments. Third one, quiet the noise. Quiet the noise. In order to hear what is your next step, you have to quiet the fear, all of that negative talk that you are having with yourself, that other people are having with you. You have to quiet it. Comparisons. You're out here comparing yourself to other people. I'm at this age. I should be here by now. I went to school. I got this degree. I should be here by now. I have a family. I got a man who loves me. We should be here by now. I see them over there doing this. Why are we not doing this? I started my business when they started their business, but now their business is booming and mine is here. I had my child when they had their child. Their child is excelling in this, and mine is here. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. We all have a different walk in life. We all have a different walk in life. We all have to walk our own path. Stop comparing yourself to others. Next one, outside opinions. Outside opinions. Now, I was just telling somebody this. You cannot share everything with everybody. You cannot. Yes, I say have your accountability groups, the people who are going to be with you, push you forward, your faith builders. You can share with them. But then you also, everybody knows you have friends. You have friends, you got associates, you got people who are just there. You cannot go around telling every single person your visions, your dreams, your hopes for your future. Why? Because they're going to share their opinions. And in the process of them sharing their opinions, they're going to be sharing their experiences. But the problem is, they're not yet. You're not them. Just because it went that way for them doesn't mean it's going to go that way for you. And then there are going to be people who are just going to be negative. Why? Because you're trying to move ahead and they're trying to stay where they are. So they're trying to keep you where they are. And then they're like, oh, you think you this, you think you that, you better than me. Honey, I just want more out of life. And if there are men on here, you're not going to say, honey, dog, bro, I just want more out of life. Like, aren't you tired of where we are right now? Don't you want more? Don't you feel the need to have more, to obtain more, to be better? Because you're going to have those people. They're just not going to see it. And guess what? They are the people that you're going to have to leave behind. And when I say leave behind, yeah, that doesn't mean you have to cut them off completely. Some people, yes, you're going to have to cut them off completely. Some people you're just not going to be able to share everything with like you used to. And they're going to eventually notice and be like, hey, we don't talk as much as we used to. And then you're just going to have to calmly say, yes, we don't, because where I'm trying to go, you don't want to go. And every time I have a conversation with you, you say something negative. I need you to be honest with them so that way they can see it. And they don't think that you're just being funny. No, be honest with them. You always have negative things to say. I am trying to build something better for my life. And it's fine that you want to be where you are, but I want more. So in the process of being more, I have to surround myself with individuals who think like me, who talk like me, who walk like me, who expect and have great expectations like me. So yes, we are still friends, but I'm just not going to share everything with you. I love you. And I appreciate what you did for me in the past. I appreciate you being there for me in the past. But right now, I'm moving to a new level. You have to have those honest conversations with individuals. Next one is trust God more than your feelings. Ooh, yeah. Trust God more than your feelings. Because you be like, I feel like this and I feel like that. Okay, but what is God saying? Because you can feel one way, but God could be telling you to move a whole different way. So you got to trust God more than your feelings. Your feelings is inconsistent, faith is not. 5, refrain from the crossroad as a setup. The crossroad is not blocking you, it is positioning you. It's positioning you, but then after it is positioning you, it is up to you to move. So you're going to get to that crossroad. Now it's time to reposition. What are you going to do? Are you going to take that next step? It is up to you to make the decision to move. Remember, staying stuck is a choice. You choose to stay stuck. That is your choice. Moving forward is obedience. So what are you choosing today? Are you choosing to stay stuck or are you choosing to be obedient? It's up to you. Okay, so now here we have another activity. This one I'm gonna put in the chat as well. It is my next step. So now you have to identify what your next step is going to be and how you're going to do it. So my next step, I will move forward by this week. You got to select one. I will start to do something. I will stop doing something. I will commit to something. I will release something. I will ask for help. I will take authority. I will choose faith. You have to pick one this week. One of the next steps. One of these you have to pick. So you can identify which one you're going to pick and you have to work on it this week. Why? Because this is going to help you to get unstuck. This is going to help you to get out of the crossroads. So it is there in the chat for you. I want you to look at it, pick which one you're going to do, and move forward with it. Okay, now, if you are still with me and you're still hanging on, I want you to put in the comments, are you moving forward or are you staying stuck? Drop it in the comments. Moving forward, still stuck. Be honest with yourself. Are you moving forward, still stuck? Because our next topic that we're going to talk about is you took the step, now what? So I want to see, where are we right now? I'm trying to gauge my listeners. I'm trying to gauge the people who are tuning in. Where are you? Are you ready to take that next step? Are you ready to take that next step or do you still feel stuck? So I want you to drop it in the chats. Let me know, what have you decided to do? What have you decided to do? And thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest, because this is not a, okay, I'm had this session and now I had this breakthrough, this grand epiphany, and I'm ready. It's not that. It's not that. You're going to have to sit with this for a couple of days. You might have to sit with this for like a week or so. And you have to figure out, what is it that I truly want for myself? So thank you to those who are being honest with yourself. You're being honest with me. You're being honest to the viewers who are there. Thank you. That just means you just need a little bit more help. You need a little bit more understanding. So we're going to pray that you get that help and that understanding that you need, that is going to help to move you forward. Because you're still wrestling with some things. You might still be wrestling with some things and you have to fully understand, like, what is it that I'm wrestling with? That might be one of the things you got to go back and just figure out, like, what am I wrestling with? What is it that is holding me? What has a hold on me to the point that I am afraid to take this next step? To the point that I'm just not sure with myself. I don't have the confidence within myself. You might need to just build up the confidence in yourself. You might need to see yourself the way God sees you. Because you might say, okay, you might talk to yourself and encourage yourself and build yourself up and say, okay, I got this. I can do this. I'm smart. I'm talented. I'm brave. I got this. But then after you say all that, you look at yourself in the mirror and go, yeah, okay, I got it. But yeah, no. Like for you, it might have just been words. It might have been just talk. And you're like, I said it, but I don't believe it. The whole thing is you have to believe what it is that you are saying. And then you have to be mentally ready to move. You have to be physically ready to move and take that next step. That is where you have to be. And then guess what? Sometimes you need people to come alongside you to help you to take that next step. And that is fine. That is okay. That is what your accountability partners are for. That is what your support system is for. That is what having your faith builders around you is for. Why? Because you may need somebody that can sit down, that you can sit down with and talk to and be like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I want to be. But I know this, and this are holding me back. So how do I overcome this, and this to get to where I want to be? If you need to have that conversation with somebody, have the conversation. Have the conversation. But just make sure you are having the conversation with somebody who is knowledgeable in that area, somebody who's going to be able to build you up. They understand where you're coming from, and they're going to help you to see yourself in every situation that you mention to them. And then they're going to be able to help you identify the positive and the negatives, and they're going to push you forward after that. So it is all right to have those conversations. It's all right to feel like you're still in that situation. Yes, I had people who are saying staying stuck does not benefit me, so I am moving forward. I would like to move forward, but I am still stuck. Thank you for being honest. That is your first step. That was your first small victory. That was your first small victory. You acknowledged it. You acknowledged it. You are not in denial. You acknowledged it. That is your first small victory. Kudos to you. A high five. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. You acknowledged it. I am proud of you for that. So now all we got to do is figure out how we're going to move on from there. Now, for those who are ready to take the next step, this is what I need you to understand. This is what I need you to understand, because a lot of us, we're at that point where, what if this? What if this? Guess what? It's a whole lot of what ifs that's going to happen when you're ready to take that next step. So you took the next step. Now what? Expect resistance. It's normal. Expect resistance. It's normal. And I just got this. Some of us took the next step. Some of us, we took the next step. We might even took it without realizing we took the next step. But it's the fact that the resistance is coming at us. And it's making us feel as though we didn't take the next step. But the resistance is normal. It is normal. You're going to have those moments where you took the next step and you're going to feel that pushback. The doubts are going to return. Unexpected obstacles are going to appear. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I can testify to that. They're going to come because you're thinking, oh, it's smooth sailing because I took the next step. Nope. Nope. The enemy is going to fight you at every hand because you decided to move forward. So I need you to understand that. Old habits try to pull you back. And then you're going to have people questioning your choices. So I need you to understand that. So if you're in that space right now, guess what? You took that next step. You probably didn't realize it, but you took it. Because that doubt is returning. You're getting all these obstacles. You're like, what's going on? What? Yeah. Unexpected obstacles appear. Old habits try to pull you back, and people are questioning you. It doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision. It just means that you're growing. It means that you're growing, because before those things would come at you and you just thought, oh, okay, it's whatever. Now you're realizing it for what it is. You're realizing you're able to call it out and say, okay, that's fear. Oh, that's doubt. Oh, where did this obstacle come from? I know what you are. Yeah, you're trying to hinder me. You're able to call out those things. People trying to suck you back in. You be like, oh, I know that game. We played that game. I'm not doing that game anymore. Yeah. See, now you're growing. You're able to identify them. Next one is you look for immediate results. I took the next step, so now I should be here. Nope. After you move, you may not see things change right away. You may not see things being changed right away. Because remember, when something is growing, what, you got to take that seed first. You got to put it down in the ground. You got to cover it up. You got to water it. And then it'll take some time before that little plant starts to bud and start to grow. And then it gets leaves. And then whatever fruit or whatever it is, it starts to blossom. So that is what is going on with you right now. You took that next step. Now you're that little seed. You took that next step. You're getting down the ground. So now you are growing. But it's a transition phase. It's not going to happen overnight. So if you're looking for immediate results, that is going to make your faith waver. So I need you to understand that. Growth is slow and consistent. It may not always be visible, but you are growing. So I need you to be encouraged. Next one, keep your pace. Do not rush the process. Do not rush the process. After you take the first step, people often overcommit. They burn out, they push too fast, and they try to control the outcome. If you know you are a controlling person and you're trying to control the outcome and you're trying to make the outcome what you want it to be, you're going to mess it up. I need you to keep your pace. And in order to do this, guess what? You need to be able to set some goals and routines, and you need to stay consistent. And I just went ahead to the next topic. Create structure and discipline. Set weekly goals. Create prayer time where you need to sit and just clear your mind, pray to God. It can be first thing in the morning. Okay, God, I thank you for this. I thank you for this. I thank you for this. I'm coming to you today because you know that this is what is going on with me. And I just need guidance. I need wisdom. Can you show me? Can you direct me? Can you help me? Can you lead me? Can you talk me through this? Do all of those things you need to do. Then build consistent habits. Build consistent habits, because when you build consistency, it'll keep you pushing you forward. Track your progress. Track your progress. Track your progress. Celebrate the wins. And then set boundaries to protect your growth. Set boundaries to protect your growth. So I'm going to use this as an example. One thing for setting boundaries. If you went back and you did your homework assignment and you realized you let this thing go. You let this thing go. But now you're still going in the areas of where this thing is. I don't know if this thing is a person. I don't know if it's an item, whatever it is, you let it go. But if you're still going in those familiar spaces where that thing is, it's going to try to draw you back in. It's going to try to suck you back in. So you need to be able to set boundaries. Okay, I cannot do this anymore. I will not do this anymore. I am not going to compromise myself. Set those boundaries because you want to continue with the momentum. You don't want to leave yourself open to going backwards. You don't want to do that. We all been there. We done that. We don't want to go back there. So make sure you set those boundaries with intent to make sure that you will not compromise yourself. You're not going to jeopardize what you are expecting. Next one, surround yourself with the right support. I keep saying that over and over again. Surround yourself with the right people, right people. It could be a mentor, it could be a coach, a support group, friends who hold you accountable, faith partners. Surround yourself. Find those people. Pray to God. Say, God, send me those people if you do not have them in your life. Surround yourself with those people. You need people who are going to do what? Y'all should know it. It's my slogan. Uplift, motivate, encourage, inspire, educate, teach you, build you up, love on you. That is what you need. So find those people, surround yourself with those people. Celebrate every step, not just the big ones, small ones. Celebrate them. Just like today, you are being honest with yourself. Celebrate it. Because I know in times past, you probably couldn't have said that out loud. You probably couldn't have typed it on the screen. You were probably thinking, everybody going to be looking at me. We're here with you. We're celebrating with you. We are excited for you because you are trying to take that next step. Might not know what it looks like, but you're trying. And so we're here in your corner rooting you on. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bow. We are here for you. Yeah. So I need you to understand that. Celebrate every step. And it's sad that the world is not like that. We don't always push people forward. We don't encourage people all the time. There are people who always trying to think negative of somebody else. They praying against other people. They trying to tear them down. How about we just all encourage each other? I see you. I see you. I see you trying to do big things. Yes, kudos. That's what we need to do. More of, more love. So yeah, celebrate those steps. So, and this is how you need to celebrate your step. Small improvement, celebrate it. Showed up for something, celebrate it. You resisted an old habit, celebrate it. You kept a commitment, celebrate it. Being consistent, celebrate it. Choosing faith over fear, celebrate it. Quieting out the noise, celebrate it. Guess what? You sat and prayed today. Celebrate it. You took time for yourself today. Celebrate it. Celebrate every step, not just the big ones. The more you celebrate yourself, the more you're building your confidence. And the more you build your confidence, the more momentum is going to flow from you. So celebrate it. Celebrate those steps. Next one is keep listening for God direction. Keep listening. New direction will come. You may have to adjust a little bit, shift, change some things, but keep listening. Ask God for wisdom. Ask Him for discernment. So you just need to keep listening, do those things. Understand that He might say go left. Guess what? You need to go left. You might question it in your head, but go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's for your good. It's for your good. He's not going to lead you astray. He's not going to. And then we have don't go back to what you left behind. Don't go back to what you left behind. That's all I can say about it. Don't go back. You know better than I know because I don't know your situation. I don't know your story. I don't know your life. You know what you left behind. You know how you used to feel. You know the things you used to do. You know all of the negativity that was spewed upon you. All the verbal abuse, whatever it was, you know what you left behind. Just don't go back to it. Don't go back to it. That's all I can say for that. Just don't go back to it. Want more of yourself. Know that you require more. You are better than what you were years ago. So I just need you to understand that you are not who you were years ago. You have grown. You have endured. You have overcome. You are victorious over so many situations. Your eyes have been opened to new things. Your perspective has changed. So why do we want to go back? Why do we want to go back to the old when we know, guess what? We're not going to fit in there because we've grown. Because I can have some of y'all right now, and I probably can tell y'all right now, have you ever gone back, circled back to something, and then realized you just didn't fit in? You didn't fit in. You just couldn't get the vibe. You couldn't get in that. You just did not fit in anymore. Why didn't you fit in? Because you've grown from that place. You've matured. So why go back? Don't go back. Don't go back. Put it in the chat right now. Do not go back. Just put it in the chat. Do not go back. Do not go back. Do not go back to what you left behind. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. And then the last thing I want you to do is prepare yourself for the next. One step leads to another. Prepare your for the next. One step leads to another, and trust God with the outcomes. Prepare yourself for the next. One step leads to another, and trust God for the outcomes. Because once again, you're not going to understand what's going on. You're not going to understand. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to get the full picture of your life. I wish, but then again, no, because it say be careful what you wish for. I was getting ready to say, I wish God would show me everything. No, because He might show me something and I'm going to get scared. He might show me something and I'm going to be like, oh, no, 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 no. But He's like, but this is the plan for you. This is what I have. God, no, I can't do that. Oh, God, I'm not ready for that. Oh, so no, I don't wish God to show me everything. He could just give me a little bit more insight as I go along, but He ain't got to show me the whole picture. He ain't got to show me, because just me thinking about it right now got me like, whoo, perspiring. Like, oh God. So yes, I just need to be able to trust God. I need to trust God with the outcome, trust God with my life. I am giving it to Him. I am listening to Him. I am praying for discernment and wisdom, and I am seeking out this path that I so desire. So that is what I am doing. I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm going to move forward. Don't know everything that's going to happen when I move forward, but I'm going to trust and believe that it is for my good. And I'm just going to live with that and be satisfied with that at this moment, because that's all I can do. That's all I can do. So now, just to wrap up, I want you all to make the decision to move to the next step. Yes, you do not know what it might look like on the other side, but just make the decision to move. All you got to do is say, I am deciding to move. That was your first step. And then you got to figure out what it's going to look like for you to move. Be courageous, make the power move. Then trust God to meet you in that movement. Trust God to meet you in the movement. He didn't call you to the crossroads to leave you there. That was just a time for you to make a decision. To make a decision in your life. Where are you going next? That is all that crossroad was for. He called you to move so he could show you what's waiting on the other side. So I just need you to make that decision. Make that decision to move. Now, I hope that this session has been beneficial to you all. I hope that you have gained some kind of insight from it, because that is what I am here to do. I am your accountability partner. I am here to push you forward. I am here to help you to have those aha moments where you go, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Yes, that is what I am here for. I am here to inspire you, motivate you, encourage you, and to push you forward. So what I want you to do is tune in next week for our next segment. Like I said, I don't know the topic until the day of, the morning of, or the night of when God shows me the topic. So tune in, because whatever the topic is, it is going to be a blessing unto us who tune in. So I want you all to tune in next week. And if you would like to partner with Empowering Others to Excel so that our reach can expand beyond where it is right now, feel free to partner with us. You can, if you would like to, you can partner using CashApp at EOEchangeagent.com. If you feel so led to partner, feel free. You can use CashApp EOE, that's Empowering Others to Excel, changeagent.com. So EOEchangeagent.com. I thank you all for tuning in today with me. And I hope that during this week, you are deciding to make the next step in your life. I hope that is what you are doing. And I just pray that you'll be blessed. Stay tuned, because up next is the pros and cons with your host, Nikki. If you are listening on WMEG, those on the social media platform, I just pray that the rest of your day will be blessed. Empowering Others to Excel with your host, Jacqueline Job. Empowering Others to Excel with your host, Jacqueline Job. Are you ready to be transformed? I'm here to uplift, encourage, motivate, and inspire. Empowering Others to Excel with your host,